Okay. You got a smile on my face. I was proud of our guys that bounced back. I knew they would. Right mindset. And it takes a special group of guys to emotionally, physically, psychologically bounce back after a tough loss, especially when you haven't lost in a while. Go out and win on the road again. I told the guys that I did know that was a team record, franchise record, 13 wins has never been done. And I told them one day we'll be able to look back and enjoy that, but not yet. It's not the time. So we got our work cut out for us next week. San Francisco on the road, very good team. But as far as today, we did what we had to do. Got 2 takeaways, turned those into 10 points. Got up on them early and really was able to control the game. And it just, I thought we played that game the right way. Thought we played it the right way. So it's a good job.
Just a lot of guys watching Washington just beat or go up on Philadelphia this night.
Oh, they did? I didn't know what that was. Oh, how much time's left? Yeah, I got you. Well, why don't we just sit here and wait for this?
I did suggest that.
Yeah.
Offensively, you talked about the scored 6 your first 7 possessions, I think, and wanted to ask you specifically on the Laporta play, the stumbles there. Was that a plan, kind of stumble with him and stumble with the running back, that setup there? Because it froze the defense and made Laporta open. I've never seen that before. You have a big smile, so I'm guessing it was just how deep does the...
It was, it was, listen, Ben, that was one of his brainchilds, and it started that way, and then we massaged it and worked it, and how do we make this thing better, and then, just Goff and Gibby and Laporta, the O-line, making it work. So we cooked it all week, and they did a heck of a job. They really did.
When that works like that, just how much do you have just a smile on your face?
Yeah, those make you feel good, because everybody's invested in it. It's fun, it's different, it's sound. I know it sounds crazy, but it's sound. The thing did start as like dribbling the ball on the ground, which, and so that's the thing, that you have all those elements and really everybody's involved in it. So, they're all kind of accountable to it. They want to make it work. So, it was just great to see. And it was better than practice, It's just no different than the shot to JMO. It looked good in practice. That was better than practice, it was a hell of a throw, excellent protection, and, man, just a great job, man, on his landmark, hitting it with speed, trusting it, great catch, and it's big time.
And speaking of the JMO, it's the second week in a row Jared's put a deep ball kind of right on him. How have you seen that connection become more refined this season?
Say the last part?
How have you seen that connection become a little bit more refined this season?
Yeah. You're saying that it's become more refined. Yeah, I would agree with that. And it's as with anything, when you work things enough and gain confidence, but then get in the game and make those things happen, you gain another level of confidence. And, those are the ones that don't always get worked, right? Some can say lower percentage throws, and so you don't always get all those. But the more you hit and the more you do it, the more you trust who you're throwing to, where he's going to be, the speed, he trusts the throw, then you get better at it. And so I feel really good with where we're at. And, he's got rare speed and rare ability. I thought he had a great week of practice, talking about JMO, and Goff continues to just play at a high level. So it was great. It really was.
How much do you appreciate Campbell's response to the early taunting penalty? Saw you had a couple words with him, just to fire back the way he did career most.
Oh, he was great. He was great. He was. So came over, and it's like, look, you just can't give him a free ride, and he knew, so just get it out of the way and get back on the field. And he was good, man. That's what I love about him. He doesn't get bent out of shape, He just got it, and he goes back in, and it doesn't affect the way he plays the rest of the game. It was great, man. I really love where he's at right now. I do.
And I know you didn't have any doubts after last week, even if other people did. But to be here now, injuries, your offense recovered. Even the Eagles lost.
Did they lose?
Yeah.
From last week to now, you must feel worlds better, or were you not even feeling that bad?
No, well, getting a win's always makes you feel better, but it's really the 24-hour deal. You just, you get through that and, you lick your wounds a little bit and then you get back on your feet and what do we got to do to get better? What do we have to clean up and look at it for what it is and not the loss? Like, there's things that cause the loss. And it's really that simple. And man, by Tuesday, like I'm raring to go. And I think most of the players are that way and the other coaches are that way. And so then it's just about, man, let's get to the next game and put our best foot forward and go get a W. And I just think we got a group of guys that we all feel the same way, man. We don't go in the tank. We don't lack confidence. And, I think just collectively, I know, look, I gravitate to people that are like me in that manner and between coaches, players, and I think that's, we have a group that is that way. They're very resilient, and they get aggravated if they lose, and they want to clean it up. So they're competitive.
Well, they said it played a pretty complete game, and I think most people would have expected you to beat this team, just given the record like that. How much can you totally tell about where your team is, your defense is, some of those things until you play a team like the Vikings or until you get into the playoffs? Do you know enough?
Yeah, you can tell a lot. To me, you can tell a lot. And look, there's things we've got to clean up from this game. I mean, we've got a lot to clean up. And but as I told them, the two most important things for me was I wanted to see us play Detroit football, and I wanted to win. That was it. I gave no other stipulations. Now we have all the, offensively, defensively, we have the keys to victory over that. But basically, that's what I saw. I just wanted to see our identity take shape, and I wanted to win this game. And we did that. So now we're back on our feet. And now it's about, we got to clean some things up, And because what was good enough today will not be good enough for Minnesota. And it won't be good enough for Philly or whoever some of these teams are. Tampa, again, I don't know who's going to be in the Rams. We got to, but that's the point, was this week there was things we needed to clean up with where we were at and begin to learn how to play with where we're at. We did that. Now next week we'll know a little bit more and we'll be able to adjust. And then the final week we'll learn a little bit more and be able to adjust. And then by then you're in the playoffs and you're playing your best football with where you're at.
First time to spoke about the trick plays a little bit. There's a lot of celebrations out there. It seems like it's really how do you balance that, having fun, but also staying focused in the process as well?
I think you do both, right? I think there is fun and focus. There is fun and focus when it turns to those type of plays having success. When you score and you win, and I think that's kind of the environment that you foster. And because ultimately we want our guys to be challenged, we want them accountable, we want them to have fun, we want them to have ownership. And investment, man. We're all a part of this, and I think that's huge. And I think our guys get that. And really, to me, to have a healthy group of guys, a healthy team, you need every emotion involved. Everything needs to be involved to get the whole person and the whole player. So I love where we're at. We got a lot to clean up, but we have a resilient group. And like I said, every game may be like today was. And what I mean by that is it may not be the cleanest. We just got to win. We just got to win and get more efficient at winning with where we're at. And so this was a good step that way.
Speaking of the competitive nature of the group, the reaction we heard behind the wall, I assume, tied to Washington's touchdown. Can you describe it all, what this means, chasing the number one seed, the feeling, the emotion, the joy of all of this, just based on what we heard 5 minutes ago?
Yeah, I don't know if I can tap into that like the players could right now because I'm just trying to recover from this game. I get pretty emotionally drained after these. So, but I do know that it's exciting to be where we're at. It really is. And like this is why you want to coach and play in this league. This is when your eyes get open, when competition is at its highest, people are breathing down your neck or you're chasing somebody and you're at the top. And it just doesn't get any better than this. This is what it's all about. And so, you know, can it get frustrating? Can it get stressful? Yeah, it gets all those, but it's also, it's the drug. It's the drug. You know, this is what you live for. And look, some can't handle this. It's too much for them. Players, coaches, teams, it's just too much, but not our group. This is the good stuff, man, and we're in the middle of it right now.
Before you go, Gibbs, you leaned on him heavy early. He had a big game. Just, you know, thoughts on the way that he played and carrying the load that he did.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job. I did. You know, I didn't think that we missed a beat with him just taking on a little bit more of those. I thought Jefferson and Craig stepped in and were solid in the roles that we had for them. Both of those guys made critical plays, and so I thought it was good. And look, that was somewhat his first taste of, you know, really taking on more of the load, and so that's good. That's step one, and it was good. Good exposure.